They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Vols!
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his second rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before.
Breaks into the open. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Harris. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the rock. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Got his man on the outside. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right?
There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play.
Makes a great. Got enough space. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. And as he throws, a strike downfield. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And that is how you answer. The other side cuts into your lead. You know what you do? First play, be aggressive, make the big play, snatch the momentum right back in this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
To the air, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tennessee. Took it all the way back to the house. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Some misdirection with the counter. Good gain there. Picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Making side adjustments here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. All kinds of time before he fires right. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield.
He unleashes a long one. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
There he goes. Open it up. He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The Vols will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And I actually thought the defense had the right coverage there. That's just really good offense, like really good timing between QB and tight end. You got a middle-of-the-field safety. You got those guys underneath. The defense has to see the ball, break on it, but sometimes they're just too good of a duo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw again. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Robinson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Mateer. Keeps looking downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to end. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He's got it on the move. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Using his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, even calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave, that's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Coming out with it, it's Dodson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop, able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out.
He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up an amazing field possession down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touchdown Sooners! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Hey, man, I don't know know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. The 40, inside the 30. The 10. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Right back to it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You know, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the fourth.
Lots of pressure. You have got to love the way your offense handles business. Down on the goal line, 2-point situation. You tie the game if you get it. They do. And now we're going to the wire.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Volunteers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Fires to the middle. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game, breaks into the open, makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a give to Robinson. just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Here's Robinson one more time. And he's in.